Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Positive energy all. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's get the show on the road. All right. Let's get it. I hope you all having a great day. I hope everything's going good for you. Good to see you, Danielle. XYZ, what's going on, brother? XYZ, what's going on, fam? My bad, excuse me. Let's get it going. XYZ is on the case. Danielle is always on the case. More Powers on the case. This is going to be an interesting conversation. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to make it do what it do. Trying to keep our people healthy and in shape. Eating right and all those things. And today I'm going to talk about life. You know, I don't like to talk about the opposite of life. You see, I don't even like to mention it. So I don't like to talk about the opposite of life. I just like to talk about life. I try to leave the opposite vibration out. I try not to chant that. Sometimes I have to because I have to read a story or something. But in my typical life, I try to always project life. Always. That's why if you notice, when I'm reading, I'll try to skip over the word diet because I try not to use the word die, right? I don't diet, I live it. So I figured I'd come and give you all some encouragement on that type of mentality. You know, keep your mentality on life. Always. If you get sick, keep your mentality on healing. Don't put your mentality on the sickness. Don't put your energy into the sickness. Put your energy into the healing. Always. You got a light, you got the bright side, and you got the dark side. You want to always promote life. Always. This is something that you always want to do. You always want to think life. You always want to think like that. That's going to help you get through hard times. This is just something I do. I figured I would share it with you all. I always try to think life. I always try to think through any problems, anything, obstacles, anything negative. I try to think past it to the other side. So that's why a lot of times I don't discuss problems because I want to discuss solutions. I don't want to just dwell on problems. You know, I don't want to dwell on problems. That's why I don't be crying and I don't do all that stuff because I feel like that's just prolonging darkness. You know, I'm trying to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, Angela. It's always a pleasure. So I'm always trying to think in terms of the light. Some issues, when I discuss them, uh, it might be something I have to discuss, but I prefer to stay away from the darkness. So I don't discuss racial issues too much, although there are racial issues going down. I just don't like to be involved with the dark side of it. You know, the darkness. I'm not into it. I like the life. I don't like, I like to always push the life. What could be good out of it? And then what kind of energy am I putting myself around? Am I creating a positive aura around myself? That like sometimes things that happen and it feel like negativity is trying to pull you down. Well, if negativity is trying to pull you down, why would you be down? So being down over negativity pulling you down, you're basically helping the negativity. I had somebody ask me today, they said, well, Furl, if you don't want to be down, so you just always trying to be up? And I had to tell them, I said, well, I can't always be up, but I could be even. I could be even. I got three choices: down, even, or up. I choose to do even and up. I can't pretend I'm going to be up when things ain't going well, but I could try to be even. I could try to be even. This is staying alive, even. Then you're doing really well and life is up. But your life is even. This is the other word. So if I'm here, I'm alive. I'm cool. Everything might not be going as great as I wanted to, but I'm alive. So I always take that as a positive. I always think life. I'm alive. If I'm alive, I can make things happen. You understand? If I'm alive. If I'm alive, I can make things happen. So then I go from there to try to make things better. I always think life. You got to think life. That's the key. Life. That's the key. That's the key to how you live. That's the key to how you survive. That's the key on how you socialize. That's the key in deciding who you're around. That's the key. That determines how you drive, what you put in your body, what you do with your body. That's the key. Just being intimate with the wrong person could be the opposite of life. Seriously. You understand? You always got to think life. That's very important. Without life, there is nothing else. You might say you love your family. Can you love them if you're not here? Can you love them if they're not here? So life is the key. No life, no nothing. Life is the key. We live in a world where they throw a lot of words around. The word they throw around the least is life. Look at Valentine's Day. Life is the least used word. A lot of times when they use life, they say lost his life. They use it on the dark side. You very seldom hear the word life. You hear all kind of words. You don't really hear the word life that much. Not in a positive way. You just don't. Think about it. How often do you hear people say the word life? Talk about life. People mostly talk about life when life is not going well. Life is used mostly in negative conversations. Think about it. Life is barely used positively. It's always, oh man, I'm struggling, man. I got a hard life. It's always down. It's not like life. People are afraid of the word life. They don't even use it. So I figured I'd come over here and put that motivation out here because to eat right, you got to be thinking life. You have to. You have to be thinking healthy life, happy life, long life. You have to be eating foods that bring forth life. You know, it's some people they say they don't drink water. They drink the juice from plants. They drink coconut water and stuff like that. And they it's cool. It's good. It's good to get your liquids out of fruit, and it's good to get your liquids out of coconuts. But if you don't have water, you don't have a coconut tree without water. That's water in the coconut. So to put coconuts over water is ridiculous. to put fruit juice over water is ridiculous. Because you can't have any fruit trees in a drought, and you won't have any coconuts in a drought. Think about it. You're like, I don't drink water. I just drink from plants. If you don't have water, you wouldn't have plants. So just answer me this. If coconut water is better than water, why does a coconut tree need water? If the water could make the coconut tree, and the tree takes the water and put it in the coconut, how is coconut water greater than water? That's impossible. That's impossible. No water, you don't have no fruit. You don't have no coke. Water is still number one. So don't be, I listen to these people and I understand what they're saying. I lived in Hawaii. I drank coconut water. I drank coconut water mostly, but I drank water. So if somebody asks me, well, what's the best water? The best water is water out of the ground or rainwater. Rainwater is way better than coconut water by far. So is well water by far. Because anything has a flavor in it, it's going to strip the body. The body has to clean the flavor. So if you're drinking coconuts, your body still has to take that flavor out of it and turn it into urine. When you're drinking water, your body don't have to do no work. Your body got to clean coconut water. Your body don't have to clean water. So they telling people bad science. Coconut water is in no way better than water. Not even close. Not even close. That's backwards. To praise a coconut that grew from water and try to act like the coconut is greater than the water that grew the coconut. You wouldn't have no birds, you wouldn't have no elephants, you wouldn't have no life on this planet without water. But they don't think life. Life is a word that's really not being used. You're 100% right, Angela. You can't live without water. And so I just wanted to put that out there because, a lot of times, I don't get to be around people that be thinking life. They think about everything but life. It seems to me that people don't appreciate life until they go to funerals and they see a life is gone. Many times, those people never visited that person that they went to the funeral. They never called them. They never checked on them. When they had life, they waited till the person didn't have life and then they come. They said they paying their last respect, but your last respect would have been when they was alive, I would think. I think you're paying respect to the family, but you're not paying respect to the one that's gone. You can't pay respect to me if I'm not here. How you do that? So the whole purpose of eating these plants is life. Life-giving foods. Life-giving foods generally refers to nutrient-rich foods that contribute to overall health, longevity, and well-being. These foods are often packed with essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats, which can help protect against chronic disease and boost energy levels. Examples of life-giving foods: fruits and vegetables, berries, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and kale, and colorful fruits and vegetables are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. Nuts and seeds, rich in healthy fats, protein, and fiber. Nuts and seeds, like walnuts and almonds, and flax seeds, are great for heart health and sustained energy. Legumes, beans, lentils, and chickpeas are excellent source of plant-based protein. Whole grains, oats, quinoa, and brown rice provide sustained energy and are good sources of fiber. Avocado, rich in healthy fats, fiber, and potassium. This is what we should be concentrating on. Seriously. Mushrooms contain various nutrients and may have antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties. This is what we need to be focusing on. Food that bring life, conversations that promote life, socializing in a way that brings life, relationships that bring life. A gnat. I'm not sure what's going on with these gnats. The environment is a little crazy. Uh, the birds are passing away. So now we have a gnat epidemic because they're ruining the cycle of life. The gnats are everywhere, just billions of them that would be a part of an ecosystem for the birds, for nutrition for the birds. I have been having the craziest time with my internet. You say it's very interesting philosophically that life taking foods are what also take our lives when we consume. Yeah, because we're eating foods that aren't designed for us. All this stuff is food, but we're making foods, and we're also eating foods that we've taken their lives. You're a billion% correct, and we're eating food, and we've taken their lives. So you're 100% correct on that. because we're not in a positive mind state the way we're dealing with the planet. That's why we got wars everywhere, crime, violence, because there's like no emphasis on life. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's milk. It's milk. The dairy is milk for the baby, and we take it from the baby, and we take the parents from the babies. We do all of that. When you think of life, you got to think of plants. Plants provide many essential elements for life on Earth, including oxygen, food, and even medicine. They also play a crucial role in maintaining the environment, regulating climate, and supporting biodiversity. Plants as providers, oxygen production. Plants, through photosynthesis, convert carbon dioxide into oxygen, which is vital for the survival of most living organisms. Food source, plants from the base of the food chain, providing sustenance for humans and animals through fruits, vegetables, grains, and more. Medicinal properties. Many plants have medicinal properties and have been used for centuries to treat various ailments. Environmental regulation. Plants help regulate the climate by absorbing carbon dioxide, reducing the greenhouse effects, and preventing soil erosion. Aesthetic value. Plants, particularly flowers and ornamental trees, enhance the beauty of our surroundings and offer a sense of peace and tranquility. Symbolism. Many cultures associate certain plants with a higher concept like rebirth, purity, and longevity. For example, the lotus flower symbolizes rebirth and renewal, while the lily represents purity and transition. Personal well being. Studies show that having plants around can reduce stress, improve air quality, and boost overall mood. Cultural significance. Plants play a significant role in various cultural and religious ceremonies, often symbolizing prosperity, good luck, and harmony. You see? Life forces, something they don't teach in school or anywhere. They don't teach it. Water. Water is often referred to as a life giving liquid because it is essential for all forms of life. It makes up a significant portion of living organisms, including humans, and is crucial for various biological processes. Water's unique property, such as its ability to act as a solvent, allow it to facilitate chemical reactions necessary for life. Here's why water is considered so vital. Essential for biological processes. Water is a key component in many bodily functions, including nutrient transport, waste removal, temperature regulation, and maintaining healthy joints and organs. Solvent property. Water's ability to dissolve a wide range of substances makes it ideal for chemical reactions within cells. Percentage in living organisms. Water makes up a large percentage of the human body, around 60%, and even more in some other organisms. Unique chemical property. Water's ability to form hydrogen bonds give it unique properties that are beneficial for life. You see, It forms these hydrogen bonds, and it gives it a unique properties that's beneficial. Abundant on Earth, water covers about 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential for life as we know it. So we need to think life. We need to think life. We need to get ourselves together and stop with all the wars and all the negativity. Enough is enough with the negativity. Shout out to Amanda's Cooking. Amanda's Cooking has this article I want to share with you. What are the healthiest fruits? Fruits are chock full of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that make them highly beneficial components of a healthy diet. Each fruit is associated with a unique set of health benefits. However, with thousands of different types of fruits out there, which fruits are the healthiest? And what about low carb fruits? Where do they fit in? What are the healthiest fruits? Avocado, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, watermelon, apples, plums, oranges, blueberries, and kiwi. Let's look at Healthline. Healthline is going to show us the 9 healthiest types of juice. The first one they say is cranberry juice, 116 calories, plenty of potassium, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Tomato juice, 41 calories, 2 grams of protein, lots of folate, potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Beet juice, 70 calories, 18 grams of carbs, fiber, 13 grams of sugar. And this is where you're going to get your nitric oxide. It's going to keep your blood clean. Beet juice is also high in inorganic nitrates. And that's what you need for your blood to stay clean. Apple juice. Apple juice, lots of fiber, carbs, the sugar you need. You need the fructose sugar, potassium, and vitamin C. Prune juice. Same thing. You need the fructose. Prune juice, what a lot of people don't know, is 17% iron, which is needed for the body for sure. Magnesium, manganese, potassium, vitamin B2, B3, B6, vitamin C, vitamin K. It's one of the most nutritious juices, quiet as it's kept. And it's going to keep your stomach, keep your colon cleansed to help prevent colon cancer. Pomegranate juice, 33 grams, 33 with carbs have 33 grams. Potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K. Acai berry, lots of fiber, lots of great fructose sugar. It's an antioxidant, and it has a lot of other uh, really great attributes. Orange juice, same thing. This fructose sugar is what gets your body going. Then you don't need all that processed sugar. You can get the natural fructose sugar, the folate, potassium, and lots of vitamin C. Just make sure you find oranges with seeds, which is becoming very difficult. Grapefruit juice, same thing. Look, 96% vitamin C. Look at oranges. Oranges, 138% vitamin C. Grapefruit, 96. So I just show you oranges is really the king of vitamin C. But you can get the potassium, the folate, the potassium, the vitamin C, and the vitamin E from the grapefruit, right? So when you eat like that and you think life, you get a lot done. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot done. You got to think life, you know? Keep your mind positive. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world. Keep your mind positive. Don't focus on sickness and the other word that I don't want to say. Even if somebody in the families, you know, get to the point you think they're going to pass away, you got to think life for the living. You don't want to depress them. You don't want to bring that dark cloud on everybody. So think life. Think about their life before they passed away. Think about your life. Think about everybody that's left life. You see what I'm saying? If the world would think life, we wouldn't have what's going on in Gaza and Israel. We wouldn't have what's going on in the Ukraine and Russia. We wouldn't have all this stuff that's going on in the United States right now. We wouldn't have all this racial tension. We wouldn't have all these crimes against women. We wouldn't have all these problems with children. The hospitals wouldn't be full like that. The doctor's offices wouldn't be like that. We wouldn't be at Walgreens buying all them pharmaceuticals. We wouldn't have all this dialysis everywhere. We wouldn't need kidneys. Our kidneys wouldn't fail. We wouldn't have all these strokes, heart attacks, every kind of cancer you could think of. We wouldn't have that if we thought life. If you start thinking about life, you look on your plate, and does your plate look like life? That's what you got to ask yourself. When you look at your plate, does your plate look like life? That's what you got to ask yourself. You know what I'm saying? Think life.